Get ready, because this is your backstage pass
into the real and raw reality
of being a hairstylist.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Riley. And this is the Light After Dark podcast. So, hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to Light After Dark.
It's Creations by Haley Christine.
And Riley Ruth Beauty.
And we have some special guests with us.
I'm so excited. We have our assistant girlies from the salon, but they're also our besties.
Aw. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Emma Bullet Beauty on Instagram.
And I'm Alyssa at Alyssa Noel Beauty on Instagram.
They work with us at Bronde. They are some of our assistants in training to be hairstylists.
They're our backbones for real.
No, seriously. So we figured it would be kind of perfect. We had our bosses, the owners, on as our first guests.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the backbone of the salon, the true one.
The assistants.
Yeah.
Apprentice.
Apprentice.
Is that how you say it?
Apprentice.
You sound like Miranda
Apprentice.
sings.
Do I?
An apprentice.
Apprentice. I'm an assistant. She's an apprentice.
The main difference between Emma and Alyssa is that Emma goes to cosmetology school and Alyssa is an apprentice at the salon that we work at Bronde.
So they both can get their license. They're just doing it in two different ways.
Which is really cool, actually.
It is.
It's really
Because
cool.
we kind of get to see both ways of how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. All right.
Why is everything so fun?
So, okay.
Because we're tired.
We ate tacos for dinner.
We did. We thought it would be fun, of course. I feel like our thing with having guests has to be like having a girls' night.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just fun.
Doing.
But the girls' night has
podcast.
gone past my bedtime.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's also a trend.
But
Yeah.
it's only 10:54. It's not 2 a.m.
My bedtime's
Really
9, but that's okay.
But it's not 2 a.m.
No, at least it's not 2 a.m.
We're going to start off light. What made you guys want to do hair?
It was always in the back of my mind, and I talked myself out of it for, I don't know, like, whenever I graduated high school, I talked myself out of it. And then I had a job that I really, really hated, and I realized that I might as well do what I love, and that's hair or anything in that industry.
So I'm not very good at school. So I did not want to go to college, obviously. And all my friends went to college. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So I took like a gap year. And then I really like my extensions. So I started messing with my extensions, my clip-ins. And then I realized I like doing hair. So that's what happened. I just bought clip-ins and I was like, man, I kind of like this. So yeah,
Emma, I love you.
I love that.
that's what happened.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
So what made you like fully like decide from clip-ins to like, I'm going to go to hair school?
Because I would just say because I didn't want to go to college, honestly. Is that not a good answer? It's like
I mean,
a realistic
what was
one.
like the breaking point? Because like obviously like you graduated high school and then you didn't go to college. Like,
Well, I moved to Florida and then I was like really, really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And one of my friends was an esthetician. So that
Okay.
kind of like interests me.
you were like, oh, that's
Yeah,
beauty,
but I
that's
didn't
cool.
think I wanted to do esthetician. I was more interested like in hair. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what it was. So
What about you? What was like the breaking point at like your last job that you were like, I can't do this anymore. Like I need to go do something else.
Are you really going to do this to me?
I kind of started
you had
doing
an
it, not
injury.
even realizing, but
an injury.
yes, now I really am.
Well, without saying too much, kids are crazy, so parents control them.
Get your kids.
And kudos out to all the teachers, but I could never do it. And I realized that I wanted to have my own kids. In order to do that, I couldn't work in a school. I needed to do something that I loved for work, and now I feel like I don't even work, even though I do. But yeah, I didn't really have like a.
It's
There
so
wasn't really
different.
something that like was like, oh, I want to do hair. I always knew. I've always loved beauty. I've done my
Yeah,
makeup
yeah.
since I was like in elementary school between cheer and dance,
Yeah.
and like always liked playing with hair, like playing with my mom's hair, doing my hair, like
or your American Girl dolls.
my American Girl dolls, yeah, like everything. Barbies, cutting their hair, making them look jank, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
No, but like, yeah.
I don't know. Then I was just like, I might as well do it. I'm young. If I don't like it and I screw up, then I'll just figure something else out.
Mhm.
And I like it. So
There you go.
yeah.
Worked out.
Perfect.
That's always a good, like a plus.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
perfect.
No,
Wait,
because
I
when we
think
are
it
at the
worked out.
salon, it doesn't feel like work, like a normal job.
No, it
not at all.
doesn't.
'Cause
I
I
get
used-
up in the morning and it's like
You're not like
I'm going to hang
dreading like,
out.
oh, I want
It's
to, I'm gonna
not-
hate my
yeah.
day.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally.
I showed
Yeah.
my boyfriend a TikTok of our outfits when we did our headshots, and he was like, "My day and your day are so
Different.
Yeah.
different."
Like it absolutely does not feel like work.
Yeah.
No, not
You're
at
just
all.
hanging out with girls
Yeah.
and doing their hair.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your interview. Like when you started.
Do you
like
remember anything?
started
I
working.
remember a little bit, but it was
blacked out.
mine was only like 5 minutes long, and I kind of blacked out too.
Yeah.
And I remember,
Were you like nervous?
yeah, and I like tried to dress like professional. I remember that, and I walked in and I saw you, and I was like, "Hi, I'm here." And then Trisha came out, but only thing I remember like words being said was Kaylee said, "Well, I like you. I don't know if she likes you, but I like you."
Sounds like
And then I was like, okay, great. And then then it worked out. So, but that was funny to me. I was like, I hope she likes
I
me
don't
too.
actually remember you interviewing.
I don't know. It was not a busy day. Like I only remember Riley because you were right by the door. I remember my first days. I was like blacked out.
I don't really remember that either.
Yeah, you were blow drying. I had to like scream over and be like, I'm here, because you didn't hear me the first time. I was getting embarrassed.
Well, also I'm like kind of deaf, so I wouldn't take that
That's
very
okay.
personally, like at all.
But my interview was short. Like it was like 5 minutes. So
So I mean, so is mine.
yeah.
I was very scared, but not. I don't want to say I was scared. I found Bronde on TikTok because of Riley, obviously. And I like messaged them and I honestly, it was kind of like a little bit before I heard back from them. And so I actually went and toured the school, and then the same day heard back from them after I had like, a gut feeling. And I wasn't going to do the school, and then I heard back from them, and it was like okay,
It was like a sign.
this is a sign. So I went in, and Kaylee was getting ready to go on a maternity leave, and so they were I could tell they were kind of like, like, I don't know if we want to hire someone, like I'm getting ready to go on maternity leave. And they like were talking to each other, but like if you know Trisha, you can't understand her unless you know her.
Yeah.
So like she would say something to
mumbles.
Kaylee, and I would like just kind of be like sitting there, but I knew they were talking about me, obviously, because I'm sitting there in an interview.
Right.
And then she'd be like, well, like, when do you want to work? And I was like all the time. I don't know.
No, I'm dead because when I was Kaylee's assistant, literally like the next day, she's like, "So are you working tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Not like you're working tomorrow.
I'm like, "What do you mean? Am I working tomorrow? Like, what time do you want me to be here tomorrow?" Yes, I'm working
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah. And I remember Harvey
Yeah.
like came in and he tried to get on my lap, and Kaylee was like, he doesn't have to sit on your lap. You can push him down if you want. I was like, it's fine. And yeah, I don't think anyone was there when I got there. And then I was leaving, and V was standing at her mirror, like curling her hair. And I literally like was walking out, and I was like, I just like walked out the door, because at the end of the interview, Kaylee was like, yeah, we'll message you. Like, we'll let you know. Here's my number. What's yours? And I was like, all right. Like,
And then you're just like waiting.
and then I was waiting, and I think it was like, I feel like it was kind of late that she messaged me. But she obviously like messaged me, and I don't remember what she said. That day was kind of like I didn't really know.
You're having anxiety.
Yeah, I was stressed out.
I found them on Instagram, I think. Like it was like literally an ad on Instagram for like Bronde, or not an ad, but do you know what I mean? Like
Like
it's like you,
suggested.
yes, and that popped up and it looked nice, but I thought it would be. I usually get them and it's like in New York, in this
Yeah.
place, and I was like, oh, in Annapolis, so then it worked out. And I think I applied, and then I think they texted me quick. I think it was like a day later, but that was also like midsummer, so it was like me and Izzy both got hired at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I remember when Trisha was like, "Yeah, like some girl applied, like she found us through your TikTok." I was like, I'm blushing. Like,
Aw.
that's not real.
I was honestly like, when I said that, I was
No.
like, should I have said I like was Googling? Like, I don't know. Are they going to think?
Well, I said in my interview, I said, you guys do a famous girl's hair, and I didn't know her name, but she lived in like California or something.
wash your pillowcases.
Yes,
Kat.
yes. I was like, you guys did a famous girl. I
Kat
saw it.
Wellington.
Yeah.
How did
She's
I miss
from-
this?
She's from Maryland.
I remember you made me be in a TikTok on like my second day, and I was so nervous. I was like, do you remember? You said like when's the last time you washed your hair? And I was like, yesterday.
Oh.
I was all
That's
nervous.
funny.
Do you remember my second day?
I harassed Alyssa, but in a nice way. No, we became really close because we were doing pictures with Madeline, and she was like, now smile and look at each other. And I said, should we just kiss?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah.
Okay, but then we became
And we
besties.
both laughed. And
Yeah.
they're really cute pictures.
Yeah,
So,
they were.
That's perfect.
Yeah, we didn't kiss.
yeah.
Just to
Disclaimer.
clarify,
Yeah.
In case anybody's wondering.
no kissing actually happened. Oh, this one's fun. What was your first impression of each of us?
Get down to it.
No, listen. Okay.
Like honest,
Like,
first
each, like-
impressions. Like individual, like me and Haley.
You look nice. Haley looks mean. But I think Haley would talk to me in the back more in the
Really?
beginning. Yes. But you were both nice, but you look mean, no offense. You know that.
Yeah.
You have like yeah.
An RBF.
Yeah,
Real.
so but then I think you talked to me more. Like when I would be folding, you would talk to me. So both of you guys seem nice to me.
I was scared.
Riley looks like a puppy though. Like I feel like you can't be like you don't look scary. You know?
No, I was
the
scared.
sweetest
Oh,
thing
Riley?
I
Like a puppy?
No.
Yeah, like I
I'm
don't
not
know.
a riot. Like I wasn't. Okay, I shouldn't
Just
say
intimidated
that.
by,
I
like-
wasn't scared like of you. Like I wasn't scared you were gonna like beat me up and step on me. But
Yeah,
on
Alyssa's
you.
a
it was more of like I do
I'm a
remember.
gangster.
I'm kind of backtracking, but I do remember in the interview they made it very clear like how close everyone was and like
Yeah,
the
like, no
environment that
drama.
it was. And so I was really nervous because I was like, they all seem very close. And what if I don't fit in? Like, I don't want everyone to look at me like,
Which you
a
think
sore
that when
thumb.
you're around girls anyways. 'Cause
Right.
It's just, yeah.
and I also like didn't meet anyone when I came in for the interview. So then coming in on my first day, it was like my first time literally seeing everyone in the salon. And I was just like nervous. And I do agree with Emma, like Haley, just like, I wouldn't, it's
Haley
not, like,
looks like she will like if you mess with her, she'll beat you up. Like
But like she would, like in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most respectful way possible.
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Like if she really had to.
But she's-
only
she's
if
a-
she really
right.
had to.
Yeah.
But she's
It's
very
just how it
nice.
looks.
But
Yeah.
me and Veronica talked about this. I think it's like dark features because Veronica looks mean
Uh-huh.
too.
Yeah.
It's like the dark like features just kind of make you look like
Yeah.
yeah,
A little scary.
like I'll beat your ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I can't remember like which one of you I talked to first. I'm trying to think back and like I just can't remember.
Me, because I
Well,
remember.
yeah, you because you literally told me I'm
Me,
sorry.
The fuck?
You guys can like beep or but she told me what a moose knuckle was. So yeah, obviously we talked to each other
If you
first.
guys if you listen to Glorilla, she always says moose knuckle. So I taught Alyssa what that was on the second day of work because I just felt like she needed to know. But they also tried to get me like Jenna like trained you a little bit, and then they're like she was like Emma, anything you can tell her, and I was like,
no, they, no.
I was like
What
so
a moose
No, they
knuckle
told me
is?
they were like I came in that day and I beat you there, obviously.
I mean, I'm always 3 minutes late. I'm sorry. It just happens.
And Trisha and actually Kaylee wasn't there.
They're probably like waiting.
So it was Trisha, and Trisha was like, "Yeah, Emma should be here soon. She's gonna like show you everything." And I
I
was
showed
like,
her. I was like, so that's the trash can.
I was like, okay.
That's the laundry.
No, I remember the laundry. You were like, "There's a note on here. Don't make it spin for any longer than this says." And
Yeah, because
I was like, okay, got it.
Well, do you
Like-
remember when we first got the washer and dryer and I flooded the floor in the back?
Oh, that's the first story she told me.
Yeah.
She was like,
You don't remember
What?
that?
She was like,
Dude,
seriously.
it wasn't plugged into the wall, so I turned it on and just flood. But it was not my fault. I asked Trisha, "Can I do it?" And she said, "Yeah, go ahead." And I flooded that whole back room.
And that was the first story she told me. So
That's not a good
she's
story
like,
to tell.
she's like, seriously, like, I flooded this entire, like, the entire back room one time, and you don't want to do it. And I was like,
But that was just because it wasn't plugged into the
yeah,
wall.
it
Like
wasn't
I don't
because
know
of the
how.
spin mode.
No, it wasn't. It
But
was
you
like
scared
it was
me.
just like not plugged in or something.
It wasn't like
the
set up
drain tube was
correctly
just
at all.
not in. Yeah, but I realized as I like walked past with the door shut and I saw like water on the floor and I was like, "Oh, how don't you remember that?" We cleaned it up fast though. Like I kind of played it off well. So
What did your life look like before you started working at the salon?
depressing.
Real.
It's like I think I was very confused up into this year. Like I didn't know where I wanted to live, like what I wanted to do, but I feel like because I was a nanny, so like I liked nannying, but it's not something I wanted to do like long term or anything. So I just feel like when I started at the salon, I feel like I've made friends and I like coming to work and stuff. So I feel like before that, it was just like all over the place, really.
I lived a completely different life, literally. I worked in a school and I came home and slept.
Nice.
Real.
That's it. I didn't
That
really
sounds
like
nice.
I didn't really do anything else ever other than like
Well, I kind of
That's
go
it.
crazy. If I'm not at work, I go crazy. Like I need to be like doing something at all times.
yeah.
And that's just not how it was like before that. Like in Florida and stuff, I didn't have like a full time, like I didn't have anything I was interested in.
Yeah.
And then I finally am like, okay, I'm actually interested in this and
Right,
learning
right.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was unhappy, but I didn't know that I was unhappy
Right.
until I like found what I wanted to do, and now that I'm in it, I'm like looking back at pictures and looking back at things.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I really was unhappy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It
girl.
makes sense.
Because it's an
But now it all
awkward,
makes
it's like
sense.
an awkward time in your life trying to figure
Right.
out like what you want to do and
Yeah.
stuff. So
So, what's the best thing and the worst thing to do, like at work?
laundry
Like
is
your
the worst.
Yeah. What's like your favorite like chore and your least favorite chore?
My favorite is like obviously blow drying, like doing stuff on clients because that's the fun part.
Yeah.
And then like the worst is laundry because sometimes I forget and then it gets backed up and then I'm like stressed and Alyssa yells at me. So
I don't yell at her.
they don't like the way I fold.
No, she doesn't know how to fold a cape.
I fold it my own way.
But there's a correct way, and her way isn't the correct way, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell them your
Um,
favorite.
My favorite thing is when I like blow drying. I like doing all that, but like my all-time favorite thing is when like Kaylee or Trisha trust me to like take them to the bowl,
Toner.
pull their foils, tone them, brush them out, blow dry them, style them, like finish their
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
even though like they mix the toner and they
But,
do
like,
all that,
full
but like
on.
they trust me to like put the toner on, leave it on,
Like, you feel like
take it
you're
off,
completing
Yeah.
and I'm like completing it, and I don't know, that just makes me feel like special.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's my favorite thing to do. I love when they have me do that.
That's how I was too.
My least favorite thing is cleaning toner bottles with that thick ass toner
Yeah.
Yeah.
that gets stuck
They're
in
really
it.
soft toner.
Yes.
It has to be cleaned
You have to
immediately.
dig
or
your
it gets
nail into
stuck.
it.
Yes,
Yeah. I think
it's
I'd
gross.
honestly rather do laundry than that sometimes. So.
Yeah.
And then the walk to the dumpster.
Honestly, that's like a therapeutic walk for me.
It would be. It
Alyssa
really,
coming in the
really
back,
would
was it
be.
today or the other day?
What?
You're like, where is Emma? I was like, she's
Yeah.
outside. She's outside.
I was taking a stroll to the dumpster.
But like sometimes they don't empty it.
Yeah.
And then it's like stinky and there's
well,
flies.
Izzy
and
asked
it's
me once.
gross.
She said, "Do you ever feel like embarrassed when you're walking to the dumpster?" And I was like kind of, but I don't know. I like
Oh, I
it.
miss her. She's funny.
I know, because it's like a I'm belittled because I'm like carrying the trash,
Yeah.
and like someone's on the curb like, "Hey, you stinky bitch."
There's. I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna be like, oh, there's that girl carrying the trash.
Yeah,
Oh, you stinky bitch.
She smells.
she smells like
Yeah.
that trash.
Does that trash smell or her?
No, I might never know. What's something about assisting that people might not realize?
I mean, I feel like some people think like, oh, like you're like it's like
You're just an assistant,
right, like oh, you're just an assistant when like really like sometimes it gets crazy. And I'll like be blow drying and the next thing you know it like the dishes are piled out of the sink and the laundry is coming out of both bins.
Yeah.
And the foil trash is completely full and there's 27 towels in the shampoo bowls and it's like when did that all happen and how am I gonna fix this quick?
Yeah.
And so it's like you have to have very good like time management and knowing like what's most important in that moment. So like that's definitely something you have to learn coming into it is like the clients don't see the color bar. So if there's dishes in the sink, that's okay. But if there's hair in the shampoo bowl, they see that. So like you need to figure out what you need to do first. And you also need to know how to multitask, which some can do and some cannot.
I knew that was coming.
No shade.
I would say like for me it's like when you guys are stressed, like I'm stressed. Like I can feel your guys' like, you know what I mean? So it's like not just like I'm coming in, I'm like, oh, I don't care because it's not my client. It's like we do care and we do like want we want your client to turn out just as good. You know what I mean? Like we want to do a good job and like yeah. So it's not just like, oh, I'm an assistant, I'm gonna clean this bottle, BRB, bye. It's like yeah, it's like I want to like help you guys so you guys are like happy with what I did to help you. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah,
Brothers must be
because when you
always
guys are stressed, like Haley, I know because I can tell by her face, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back.
stomping
not good at hiding.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from her real quick.
Me today.
But it's like, but then it's like I want to try and help if I can help. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So.
And like the other thing is I was nervous coming in, but I will say I love Trisha for this because if she didn't do it this way, I think I would struggle. But she literally threw me into it. Like Kaylee was on maternity leave. Trisha was double booked. There was no like, this is how you blow dry. It was like, I need your help blow drying my client. And if she didn't like just throw me into it like that, I would be like, oh, I think I need more time. But she threw me into it and I learned how to do it. And now I like blow dry all the time. So that was one thing that like, I don't know. And then also, I love to make your guys' clients like look like their blow dries be perfect, but doing your boss's blow dries,
Yeah.
you
No, I
do
know.
not want to screw that up.
I
Like,
right.
And you want to be
anytime-
fast.
and you want to
like,
be fast because you don't want them waiting on you. Like, you know that they're booked, and you just know that like obviously if my blow dry didn't look good on one of your clients, you would be upset. But
Right.
it's also like
No,
another
It's not the
feeling.
same kind of like
Yes.
Yeah.
Where like
pressure.
if it's not like equal on both sides, I'm like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that irritates
or
me.
you get
even though
like
they really
one
don't care.
curl
Yeah.
and then like the next side is not curling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I'm
a
like
lot of
having,
pressure.
flashbacks.
I know.
But it's like good pressure
like-
because it turns out good. When I do
Yeah.
good, I
Right.
feel good. Or
Yes.
when you guys are happy, like with your client, it's like we're bonded to you guys in a way because
Right.
it's like we also care what happens and stuff.
And it pushes you to do good.
But I do know like some people who just do like cleaning and stuff, which that is part of the job. Like as an assistant, you clean, but it's also you want both parts because you will learn a lot doing both things.
Right. I definitely like fully remember doing their blow dries and like tweaking out.
Yeah.
Like because I wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like I forgot how much I feel that.
Yeah.
Being like scared that it's like
Uh-huh.
not all the way dry.
Yeah. I'm like
Yeah.
they're gonna
I
hate
still
me and
catch
talk shit
myself,
about me in
like,
the
Like
back.
45 minutes.
blow drying,
Yeah.
and then I like stick my hand in it. And I'm
Yes.
like, the client probably thinks I'm
And then they're
weird,
like walking
but I'm
towards
like,
you,
Or
to,
I
like,
get
do their
really-
haircut.
I get so upset when I like do a shampoo, I go to blow dry and they're still like I feel like it's not clean enough. That
Yeah.
like I'm like, damn, this blow dry is gonna suck because it's not clean enough. But that's on me. Like that was my fault, you know? So then I'm like mad the whole blow dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pissed.
Yeah.
Fuming. What is the biggest thing you've learned at working at the salon so far? Your biggest lesson?
I feel like I've learned I feel like going into the salon, I just thought girls were mean, if I'm being honest. Like I was really nervous, but I think I've learned how to like treat like friendships and coworkers like with respect and stuff and like how to go about certain things because I worked in other work environments and like it was not like that, I guess. So like that probably.
it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't even order my own food. This is embarrassing. I wouldn't even order my own food at restaurants or like in the drive-thru. I would always make someone do it for me. But now I like talk to people all day long, and it's
I have something to say
it's like
after you.
nothing. And I feel like it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone and helped with my like social anxiety or whatever you want to call it. It made me more comfortable, and especially now that like I've seen these people multiple times because I've been there for a little while now. It's like, oh, I remember like, oh, you have your engagement pictures. Can I see them? And like things like that. Or, oh, I remember you said this. How did that go? And it just makes the conversation starters easier. And I would have never spoken to someone I didn't know before, like ever. I barely like at family events would speak to my family. I would just be like a little hermit ball. Weird. I know. I mean, no offense to like hermits, but but like it definitely
like,
pushed me
real.
because I would have never thought that I would be working in a job where like
Yeah.
I would be talking to people all day and like touching their hair and like doing things like that.
It's kind
That's
of weird.
just like
we
yeah,
like touch other people like all day.
right. Yeah. So
I learned time and place. Kinda.
that's
Still
recent.
Time
I'm
and
still
place.
working on that one, but that
doing well.
I did learn that. Yeah, because I don't really have a filter.
Yeah.
But I learned you can't talk about inappropriate stuff at the shampoo bowl.
Yeah, like no
Well,
talking about farting at the bowl. and
Not
stuff like
at
that.
work, but more specifically, the shampoo bowl.
I didn't know people were trying to relax there. It's like I did, but when it gets quiet, I'm like, oh, I need to talk. Let me talk. And then I talk about literally anything I can find.
Trevino.
Yeah, I talk about Ash Trevino at the bowl. I talked about farting at the bowl. I don't know. But listen, this is all in the past. I learned time and place. I know better now.
That's so
Can you cut
fucking
that part out?
really want to leave it in.
Yeah, but then they're gonna be like, why is she still employed?
Because she's working on it and she's trying
I'm
really
working.
hard.
I'm improving. I
'Cause
learned it.
It was only 2 times. Have you ever heard of 2 strikes and you're out? No.
Right. It's
Well, there was another.
Don't
do it again.
There's like multiple. Okay, shut up.
I just saved you. And
Time
you, like,
and
dug yourself a
place.
hole.
Time and place. Time and place,
Did
guys.
she learn it?
Kinda. I'm not fully there yet, but I'm almost there.
You want it?
Yes.
Give her another
Working
2
on it.
months.
Yeah. Give me some
Can't
time.
put so much pressure on her.
No. Because then I'm like gonna burst one day with all these like out of pocket things that I can't say at the
It was
shampoo
gonna
bowl.
fucking combust.
Remember I told
guys!
Remember when I got in trouble and I said, Riley, I'm moving in silence. See ya. Do you remember that? Because people always post like moving in silence, and I said I was gonna start doing that, and I can't move in silence.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Incapable.
yeah.
Do you guys want to specialize in anything after you are fully licensed, or do you want to do everything, or what's the thoughts?
I think eventually I would like to do mainly extensions because I feel like that's why like I started. You know,
Yeah.
in a way.
The clip-ins.
Yeah, which obviously like with extensions you have to know how to cut, you have to know how to lighten and all that stuff.
Right,
so
right.
it's like, but I think my main thing would be I want to do everything and then eventually find out what I don't like. But I think I'm very interested in extensions.
Extensions and weddings.
Oh, I want to do weddings.
Okay, copier.
Sorry.
Come on. It's my moment.
I just don't know if I'm capable to do weddings.
I think
Stop
Emma's
It's a lot of
obsessed
it's a
with
lot of
Alyssa.
stress and I don't like stressed out people. I get overstimulated, but we'll see.
I do want to learn to do everything though, and like lived in color. Obviously, we work at Bronde, so it's kind of a given on that one. But yeah, extensions and weddings are like my top 2 things that I really want to focus on and be good at. And I do agree, weddings are stressful, but like I feel like I'll like that. Like I wouldn't
You like to be
normally.
stressed?
No, I wouldn't normally say that. But the way that Trisha threw me into blow dries again, like I feel like being thrown into a wedding, being like, "Don't fuck this up" because it's their wedding day. Like
It's a different kind of stress.
it's like
Yeah.
a different kind of stress, and I'd be like determined,
And
like
you
this
can-
needs to be
You make good
good.
money too.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to specialize in pixie cuts.
What about what did you call it earlier?
Dixie.
A
Yeah.
Bixie cut.
The Big C.
That's also what I want to specialize in.
Perfect. I didn't know you wanted to do weddings, Alyssa. That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Kind of wedding.
I told Haley I want to like shadow her
That
and
would be
kind of
so cool.
see. I have never really done like updos necessarily. I mean, like I can French braid, I can Dutch braid, figure it out pretty quickly.
If
And I
you
can
watch
curl.
TikToks, you could do it. That's
Yeah,
how I
that's how-
assist her
Well,
at weddings.
Yeah, and that's like how
Straight up.
It's a lot of teasing, isn't it? That's like,
And, like,
the main thing.
learning
A lot
how
more
to
than you think.
Push,
Yeah.
like, pin things
Right.
to create volume. Like,
Yeah.
But like
really
my
not
thing
that
is
bad.
like I learned how to do highlights by watching Trisha and Kaylee.
Yeah.
I'm like if I watched someone do an updo,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think I could do
You
it.
practice it a couple of times
Yeah.
and you'll have it down. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that would be fun. A little fun thing to do on the weekends.
It's
Yeah.
It's such good
Why
money.
not?
Mhm. And you're making someone's like wedding day special, so that's good.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you'd ruin it, but let's not hope for that.
Okay.
Cut that
Just being
part
in the
out.
background of someone's special day is like so perfect.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
say I couldn't do it as like my full-time job just because it's like actually a lot of emotions.
It is.
And like for like forever to
It's like
deal with.
personal. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's a lot. But like for every once in a while, it's actually so fun. Like it really is
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have you ever messed up someone's wedding?
Well, someone accused me of that.
Aw.
Did you not listen to the last podcast?
I'm
you're
sorry.
fucking fake.
Listen, I try to listen in theory class and I get
This-
yelled at.
This is
That
where we
was
need
like-
that thing. Fake.
Listen, I've put it on in theory on my big iPad, then I get yelled at.
What
That's
was that like
stupid.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but I've been watching them still. Like theory's first thing I do in the morning, so I just pull out my iPad and watch videos, you know? After I'm done my theory work, of course.
How much I'll Trisha and Kaylee fire you?
No. I swear I'm going to watch tomorrow in theory. Actually, I don't have theory, so I'll watch it on the beach.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Okay, whatever.
This one's kind of cute. Do you guys have any tips for assistants for making good impressions with clients? 'Cause
Just
I feel like
talk.
that's kind of hard.
Smile.
Yeah.
I would say just try to you don't want to over talk like too much, but I would just, it's more awkward if you're just being silent. They don't even get to know you. They don't get to know, like it doesn't leave a lasting impression. So you should just try to make a conversation.
And if they don't want to talk, like It'll be short and
it'll-
sweet.
yeah.
You'll be able to tell if they don't want to talk.
If
they
they're
just wanna enjoy the
responding
peace
with
and
like
quiet.
one word, you're okay. Then like
take the
shush.
hint.
But like yeah,
Another thing is like making sure that they're comfortable. So like when they come in the shampoo bowl,
Ask
like is that
questions.
comfortable for you? Or like when you're curling their hair, put your hand behind that curling iron so that they don't think you're gonna like burn their head.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like that's and like smiling. A smile can like make the biggest difference. Even if you're not talking.
No, you have always told me introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Which I need to keep doing that. Like I do it sometimes and I will forget. So I need to definitely.
That was like my secret. Like I just like naturally did it, and like you just walk up like, "Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Riley. Like I'm gonna shampoo you, whatever."
Yeah.
It just I remember Kaylee one time. She was like, "I really like that you do that," and so I made
Yeah.
it a point to do it
Every
single
time.
day of my
I
life.
know.
Yeah.
I need to get better about that. Kaylee introduces me like
Yeah.
because she's
Yeah.
like, "This is Alyssa.
Emma
This is
is
my
gonna
apprentice."
watch
I
Like-
make it a point to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I feel like just like how you would want someone to talk to you, like if you come into the nail salon
Yeah.
or
You don't want to sit in like weird silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like seem like you're being like annoying.
Right.
For like just being there.
Yeah.
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 This one's a daunting one.
daunting. Goodness.
Well, it's just like a really open ended like.
It kind of is. What's your 5-year plan?
What does that mean?
What do you plan for 5 years? Like 5 years from now?
I don't
Like,
know.
for my
I'm
life?
still
Where do you
planning
s- where do
tomorrow.
you see
Like for my
yourself
full
being?
life or just hair salon?
All of it.
Yeah. Like a
Just in general.
generalization.
5 years. So 2030.
You didn't have to do that.
Cancel. Never mind.
Actually, we're done. That
2030,
was
that's
the last question. The one before that one.
Do you have?
Yeah,
That's
2030.
disgusting.
How old will I be? 26.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's old.
Alyssa.
Well, I hope that I'm licensed.
We'll have to talk if you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there won't be any talking. I won't have a job.
You're right.
Hopefully I'll be a good hairstylist, which that's like my goal in like a year or so. But 5-year plan, I hope to. You guys should give me like this question a week in advance.
You're right.
Um,
You're so right.
Do you have anything to say?
I'm hoping to be rich, obviously. I'm hoping to be rich, good at hair, married, and have a kid.
Now that caught me off guard.
Emma, do you have a boyfriend?
No, but that's fine.
5 years you want to be married and have a kid.
Yes.
You don't have a boyfriend.
That is my 5-year plan, though.
How long do you want to
Wait, you
date
could be
someone before you
pregnant.
get married?
It depends on how much money they have. I'm just kidding. I just want to be happy and rich and good at hair. That's all.
Not have a kid.
I mean, maybe a kid. I love babies, but
She plans to like live here still though, right?
We'll just see when it happens.
yeah. I don't know where I'll live, honestly. I do plan to still. I like the Annapolis area, so maybe I would move because there's more over here. So I plan to live here.
Sometimes you say crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna,
Last
like,
week you
leave.
were like, I could just go to Florida.
No. I said when I'm unstable, but I don't think I'm moving to Florida again because it's too hot and there's hurricanes. But I do get into moments if my life, it'll be like a long time coming though. I'll be like, oh, I don't like my life. I'm going to move. But I'll know that in advance because I'll slowly feel like going
The
down.
decline.
Yes. Yeah. Which I don't feel that right now. So let's hope I don't feel that in 5 years.
I see myself good at hair, married.
So you can get married, but I can't.
Dude.
Just kidding.
Okay. I hope that I don't know. I don't know if I want a kid by then. I mean, I wouldn't be upset, but like I'm not going to plan for that. My work life, I hope that I do well in the salon and that they keep me forever cuz if they do
and ever.
and never
Yeah.
cuz
And we do each other's extensions. And wash each other's hair every day.
You're gonna have a dry ass scalp.
Wash each other's hair once every 2 weeks.
5-year plan.
Yeah.
4
I don't ever. Well, the thing is, because I can't say anything. Like some people, like they ask us this at school, and they'll be like, "Oh, 5 years, I want to own my own salon." I personally, right now, have no interest. I'm not a leader. I would like to. I'm not like at all. Like you don't want to follow this leader.
Looking at myself in hair school.
What is this? How you were?
Yes.
Yeah, I just like I don't take charge, so it's like I actually. Some people don't enjoy working like under people, but like I don't mind it. I feel fine. So in 5 years, I'm not going to be like, oh, my career's going to change that much, because I think I'll be in the same spot, honestly, and I'll be happy in the spot that I'm at.
I hope to be married, and I hope that I'm still at Bronde. I do, not in 5 years, but I do eventually want to have my own place. But not in 5 years. That's wild. No. I will probably have like another dog, maybe. I hope to travel more. And I hope that I can like maintain a good like work-life balance. I hope I don't like force myself to work too much, because I know that that can be like easy to do, especially in this industry. So I hope I can like handle that and do well with that. And yeah.
Oh, I could say in 5 years, like, you know, when you start out, you have to work so much. I would say in 5 years, I could not work as much. You know what I mean? Like, I could make the money I would make. My goal would be to make the money I would make doing like 5 days a week in like 3 days, you know?
Yeah.
She still said to get rich first, so you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to be rich too, though.
I would love to be rich. I just, when I say rich, like, I'm not talking like a decent house. Like, I want a big house. And like, I don't know if I can do that on my own. So that's why I need a husband. But like, I'm rich with love. My grandma always says that. But like, I'm trying to be rich.
She's like, Grammy, I don't care.
Yeah. Like, give me some money.
Give me the money.
Yeah.
Well, I listen to their podcast, so I know a lot about them.
Me too. I do listen to podcasts. It's just I have to do it at school so I can lock in, and it's just, you know, I haven't learned. Do you guys love us?
Yeah.
Ooh, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you were so cute. And I don't remember what you were wearing, but I was like, oh my God, her outfit's so cute. Like, you always have the cutest outfits and the cutest dresses. And you were so nice.
I don't know what you're.
I don't
You're wearing
remember.
a black top, like a black top.
But you've always
You
just
remember
dressed
that.
so cute. And you wore those cheetah print jeans a lot when you first started.
Yeah.
Those are so freaking cute.
I'm pretty sure I told you to. I told you the other day. I like came up to you. I was like, "Hi, I'm Haley." And then like a couple days later, I was like, "You're literally like so good at this. Like you're already."
Oh yeah, you told me that when
such a natural.
yeah, you said
Yeah.
that I was a natural.
I was
yeah.
like, "You were gonna
You
be
are.
like perfect at this." I told Riley
Thanks,
too.
guys.
Yeah. No, you are.
Aw.
I was like,
for real.
I
I'm blushing.
don't
Yeah.
know her, but like
She's
she's gonna
blushing.
be so
Yeah.
good.
I
I
was
thought you
just
wanted my
I was
first
just gonna say
impression.
she did throw you into blow drying, but
Yeah.
it like you were like you just did it. Like so many people like couldn't.
I mean, I wasn't gonna tell my boss no.
No, but it's like daunting.
Yeah.
Like it's
No,
good.
I was scared.
But,
Like
you
I
were good at playing it off.
good
You know
because
what
I
I mean?
definitely
No,
thought
you
that
you never seemed nervous like when I met you at all. Even on like your first day, you didn't seem nervous.
See, that's so surprising because like when I came in, I definitely thought that I was like. I mean, obviously, I've opened up now more because we're like
Yeah.
we've been on like trips, like you know,
Yeah.
we're just close now.
Perfect.
And I said that you were eager to learn.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
I don't know if I told you that, but I told her that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I am eager.
No, I immediately liked you, and I was like, oh my God, she's like so good,
Aw.
and then
You guys can tell I was nervous. I feel like I give off nervous a little more, I feel like.
no, I don't think so.
No, but nothing like
I feel like
over the top.
No, like I feel like your talking just kind of gives off nervous, but not because like you're nervous,
Yeah.
because like you kind of just babble when it's
When I'm
silent.
like, yeah, when you're like standing like this far, like you could be like all the way over there. If it's silent, I'm like, so.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
but
I have
I'm
to
not
say
like, oh,
something.
she's so nervous to
Yeah.
be here right now.
Yeah.
No, and I don't know. I feel like I could see how like you were excited to start school, and like you definitely like Haley said, we're eager to learn.
Yeah, because I would ask about your questions.
Yeah, and be like, are you sure I'm doing it right? Like,
Yeah.
you definitely wanted to make sure you were doing it right.
That's how I still am though.
Yeah.
Like I
Which you should be.
I don't want to mess up, but then it's like you have to mess up in order to do it right. So kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Eventually you're gonna mess up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you don't try it, then you're never gonna know. So
Yeah.
pretty late. That was kind of a
It is
long
almost
one.
12
11:45.
On that note,
You can find all of our episodes on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube at 7 a.m. on Thursday mornings.
I'm Riley Ruth Beauty on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm Creations by Haley Christine on Instagram and Creations by Haley on TikTok.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for the Light After Dark account.
Alyssa Noel Beauty on Instagram.
And Emma Below Beauty on Instagram.
Okay, guys, this was your backstage pass to the beauty industry.
Just BFFs living and styling
After
after
dark.
dark. Bye.